Have we got sound? Yay! You know what I've done? Switch to my old headset. Isn't that ironic? There we go. So you can see me. Can you see me as well? Hi, Coral. Hi, Michelle. You can see me as well, can you? Oh, fantastic. Thank you for your patience, everyone. I was hoping to get other cameras going and do some other things for you rather than just chat. But hey, we might be struggling with that, mightn't we? Oh, hello, Mark's there as well. Hello, Mark. Yes, please, if you're making tea, Mark. Oh, goodness for that. The thing I've just noticed that I didn't plug an extra light. It might get a bit dark in here. Hang on. I've got all the lights on for my filming. There we are then. If anybody doesn't know, Mark's my other half. You've probably seen him starring in the video about the laser engraving. Anyway, oh, sorry, Delphine. I can't do anything about that. It's broadcasting in 1080p, so yeah, I can't do anything about it if it keeps pausing. At least it's there, as you say. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for being. Thank you so much for patience. Mark. I mean, why Mark? Why all would be right? Anyway, in Scotland, it's hot here as well, Michelle. Hot in Scotland? Blimey, that's extreme. Right, now we're all here. I just felt like doing a live because it's ages since I've done one. I'm talking to you on just the very old call center headset and the just camera on my laptop now. I'm not trying to get the webcam work, although it was working fine. Yeah. I don't know I can do anything about echo. Oh, have you all got echoing? It didn't do that last time. What on earth is the problem with this? I haven't got two microphones plugged. No, I haven't got two microphones plugged in. No, it's the same one, Delphine. It's just from a slightly different angle. I was hoping to get another camera going, but that's not working either. Hi, Pekin baby. Is this good enough? Are we going to be okay with this? Trying wife to send it up, doesn't. Anyway. As long as this is all okay for everyone, we'll carry on. I'll have to keep experimenting with all this kit. I think it's Wi-Fi issues, to be honest, because our signal isn't so good upstairs. I thought a couple of things just to kick us off. I mean, by all means, ask us lots of questions. Yeah, be safe, Gert. If you want to ask me some questions, that's great. But I've got a few things I just made a few notes as to what I could tell you all about. I don't know if this is of interest. By all means, shout up if you've got any other questions. I wanted to show you first of all some things I've got on my desk at the moment, because this is my craft desk that you normally see in the videos here, and I just thought I'd show you what I'm working on. First of all, you were all intrigued by those crystals, weren't they? Hi, April. And I've got a load more on the go. Let me show you this. Look at this lot. I'm trying to make them stronger by spraying them with hairspray at the moment. But look at those. Oops. The only thing is they're very delicate. So I say I'm trying to spray them with hairspray to see if that firms them up. Because it works with a lot of my model railway stuff. But yeah, those grew in, I think that was 2 days, that one. Yeah, so I've got crystals going on. Oh, here's another one. I'm trying to do purple. Purple doesn't seem to want to play. It keeps going like mucky looking. There you go. How's that? And this is what happens when you put the crystals into resin. Look at that. Isn't that nice? So that's a video coming up soon. The other thing I've got on my desk is I am making molds. This is a big one. I've had to use I'm using the normal mold frame. I've put it in a tray, look. But then I've used some half size pieces because you know how these mold making frames, all the pieces are like these standard sizes. So I'm using some of those half-size pieces that I've got in my shop. They're really useful. And the other thing I've today just got some thanks, break the mold. That video will be out soon. I'm just working on it. I'm trying to do a whopping great big inlay like it too. The other thing I was going to show you, this is while I was making my molds earlier today. I had a go. I made a Kermit, you know, my little frog. I'd made a Kermit with using the reverse of the raindrop technique. You know what Daniel Cooper's been doing lately. And then I thought I'd take a mold off him, because I think once you've got a mold made like that, then it should come out like it too. The you know, the thing that you're making it. So there's the frog. Oops. There's the mold. So I'll have a go. That'll be another video soon as well. But that's what the frog should come out like. Can you see if it'll focus? Can you see? So he's just clear, but he's already got the shiny bubbles on the back. He's all frosted, and then he's got the shiny bubbles on the back and shiny eyes. That mold, if it works, I've got to test it yet, but that should be in the shop soon. Did you want to see this big tray I'm trying to do with the crystals? It's going to be like a big inlay. If I can find where I've put it. Where have I put it? Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's just drying, so, and I've done it green so I can see it better. But I don't know if you can see the frost effect here, and then it's got a lumpy effect which is taking longer to dry down here. Oh, just poured some out on my table. Oops. Yeah, so that should be interesting. I'm hoping I'm going to be inlays like that. So what are you all up to? That's my at the moment. What are you looking at your chat? It looks like you're all hot, apart from anything else. Yeah, it does look like a fairy tree. Good. That from the other day. What from the other day? Oh, do you mean the crystals that were in that in the video short, Gert? The different lot of crystals. No, not alum, Michelle. Duff grow for It's yes, that's it's in your as a paint and lots of things. But what we were saying. Hi, Diana. Yes, Jackie, that's going to be, it's basically, it's the urea crystals have formed all over that tray. I'm going to take a silicone mold off it, and then that will be like an inlay, and then I'll make maybe channel. But Wendy's recently with them. So I've been phrases you probably know. Got some kicking. I've had some orders for some of those. Need to make some. Wait. Model off. Tick pick PA. Go nice easy click PA. Stick. To Paul. That's nice now. Sorry, I'm catching chat it all at once. Yeah, to put it's that same technique I've been doing with these frogs for a while. But yeah, Susie, did I see what you've got? Don't think so. I haven't been looking at Discord in the last couple of hours because I've been trying to fix this lot. So sorry. I'll have a look later. Hi, Carla. Don't spill it. Oh, I did spill it. Tim's making coffee-themed animals. Oh, I saw your post about that. I'm racking my brains, Tim. I need to try and think of some ideas. I don't know. Oh, was the echoing resolved? I don't know why Never Perfect. I haven't pressed anything. Magic. It's by Magic. Pebeo foils. Oh, they're gorgeous, aren't they? I've been doing stuff with those lately. Yes, Michelle, it is. It's the stuff that Daniel was using. We all know about it. Well, no, Daniel's younger than me. I know about it because it was like a science experiment we did at school. So I knew it would do that. But it's more like alum that I've been playing with lately. It sounds like I'm coming through two mics. I'm not. This is the only mic, so I don't know what to do about that. Sorry, and I don't know why it went, so I don't know how to get rid of it again. Oh, Pecan, you want me to make a bowl? Did you mean me? Yeah, it's just that the postage might be a bit of an issue. It's not going to be cheap to post one of those bowls somewhere, and they're fragile, so it'd have to be a hell of a big box. It wouldn't be heavy, but it'd be a big box. Can you explain what Discord is? Oh, yeah, Discord's really, really clever and complicated. Break the mold, but all we use it for, our little YouTube crafty YouTubers group, is we just use it as a chat facility. That's all we use it for. But it can do an awful lot more technical stuff. A lot of gamers use it as their chat rooms. You can run Midjourney and lots of different AI things through it as well. But we just use it as chat. Susie, in the range. Hang on, I've missed something, haven't I? Don't know. Comes in and out. I don't know what to do about that. This is the exact same kit as before. Same room I've had before. I don't know. Yes, I am. Thanks, Artie. Really if the sell over place, folks. That's the one, Resonate. Yes, it started with gamers using it as a chat room. Discord did. It's just got the capability to do a lot more nowadays. Tim, I've emailed it to you a couple of times. The place I make my music on, Michelle, is called Suno, and a lot of my music is available to the members of the Discord group as well. Hang on a minute. I'll tell you what, let me find the Discord link and I'll put it here now. It is only for crafters on YouTube. So if you've got a YouTube channel or you're thinking of starting one, then that is the group for you. If you don't have a YouTube channel or you're not thinking of starting one, then the group won't be for you. It is specifically just so we can talk filming tech. If somebody can help me with this lot later, that would be great. So talking about filming tech, talking about, getting feedback. Is it, if it is there, what do people think of our videos? Having a moan if somebody's basically trolling us, we do all that sort of thing. I'm trying to get the code for you here. Give me one moment. So I'm going to put it in this chat for Tim's benefit and anybody else who wants to join. I think Michelle's already in it. Oh, thank you, Pecan. Thank you for the for that donation. That's absolutely awesome. And yeah, okay. I'll find out what the bowl costs to post. Just drop me a line, will you? We'll have a chat about colours and things. Right, here's the link. Now, please remember only if you've got a YouTube channel. I've got 3 Discords. One is barely used. That's just for people who want to chat to me, and that's just there so that you can private message me from it. Really, it's not active. It's just there so you can contact me. Gareth, you can use AI voices and you can also modify your voice in your recording. And to be honest, you will probably find that it's only you that doesn't like it, because I don't like my voice either and nobody else seems bothered. So you might be fine, don't worry, but you can modify it when you're doing your film editing. Yes, back to the Discords. So yeah, the one is, don't bother joining it. That's my mini series group, it's just there so that I've got an account so that people can just personal message me if they want it. Louise, I have a discount. I don't. It's not it's your direct. Oh, let me try again. Right, this is the F and link. Yeah, then I've got a discount. Let's try again. This Discord is purely for my channel members. Hi Lisa. So the people who are actually paid members of my channel. So I've got a little Discord group for that. But the one that most people are talking about is the one that is specifically for people with YouTube channels that do crafts or are planning to have. It's like a moral support and caring type group, really. So if your videos are only on Instagram or TikTok, it's of no use for yours, I'm afraid. And if you haven't got a YouTube channel, I think it's set one up. Please don't apply to join. Yeah, my phone is close by. That's what I normally film with. So what, I'll switch it off. That's an interesting point. We'll try that, Darla. Thank you. Yes, don't worry about your voice. The thing is, what I found is there's some things that people won't like adjust. I used to get people thinking about my nose virtually all the time. So I started painting. I've now back already. I've now started painting them, and now I'm getting people who know about false nails, which they're not, or not like colour, or there's a hide button on YouTube. So you can just stop people's comments from showing up. You won't see them. They won't know, but you won't see that. Nobody else, which is a great trick. We do, Michelle. It's bad. No, I don't know what to say, folks. Let me see. I honestly don't know what else to do, because this is the kit I'm back down to the kit I normally use now. Sorry. I wonder if I just switch to the normal microphone array that comes with a laptop. Can you hear me now? You can hear me now. Well, I don't know. I haven't done anything. So I turned this off and on again a couple of minutes ago. Is it better? I don't know. But thank you all so much for trying to help. But it's no good telling me to wiggle cables, turn things on and off. I've done all of that several times. I've tried several of the microphones. I don't know what's going on. I've even completely rebooted. Is it better? I have no idea what good, but I've no idea why. I didn't do anything. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. If it's worked, it's whatever. Oh, thank God for that. That's something. Right. Now, okay, who's got the biscuits? Where did we get to? I showed you my crystals, didn't I? Some other things I'm going to be trying soon that I've not done before and there's not been videos on. Tis Gremlin's place. Probably fudge. I don't know why it's suddenly better. Ghosts. Hey, yes, Michelle, you know, you might be onto something there. I have a funny thing happen. I wanted to get together. Somebody's got to have brought biscuits. No, nothing yet, April. I'm afraid. I'll let you know when I do. Can I just pick up? Hi, Lucy. Can I just pick up on this? What Michelle just said, probably jokingly about ghosts. There's my phone was switched off a while ago, Susie. Um, yeah, when I'm editing my videos, I get something funny happen. I do the when I'm doing the rough cut, I get the AI text-based editing thing I pop up, and I just go through and delete all the gaps and any bits that are even more rubbish than I normally talk. Now, when I have a long gap with no sound, and it's those bits that I'm going to cut and then speed up and put some music over, the phone, because most of that is done with my phone. Yes, it is off. Some of it I'm now filming with my new camera as well. It's hearing something. It's was it go yeah, it can hear something. So in the text-based editing, you get me say, right, I'm going to carry on doing this. I'm going to speed this up, and I'll see you in half an hour, or see you in an hour or in 2 hours for the demold or whatever. And it goes do 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 do, and I go into my jingle. But in that big gap when I'm filming and there's no sound in the text that it can hear. So if I turned on subtitles, it pops up in there as well. It says, oh my God, space, oh my God, space, oh my God, yes, really, help, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I think my craft room is haunted. So, Michelle, maybe you have a point. Honestly, I'll have to screenshot it and show you sometime. Sometimes it actually sounds rude. So I've got naughty ghosts. Yeah. So jammy dodgers, yes, those definitely count. Maybe it was interference on my headset, but there's nothing else switched on here other than a fan. Which reminds me, it's actually getting dark. I might have to put a light on. Excuse me a moment. Enjoy the mess. Enjoy the mess. Honestly, because I thought I was going to get a second camera going as well, I'd even brought a fancy light that says on air. Hang on. Oh no, I can't do that, can I? I was going to grab one of these other cameras and show you. Oh well, save that for next time. Uh, what else am I working on? Oh yeah, the other thing I've never succeeded in doing is blooms. Anyway, I've got some of Pouring Your Heart Out, actual bloom paste. It's the white. I'm going to have a go soon. I really am. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, What else you all talking about? Carrot cake. Oh, Adele, it's honestly, you don't want to see the floor. Oh, my honestly, you don't want to see the floor. I have to climb in and out of this room. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it, Tim. I'm going to try it in one of my crystal edge molds. So that'll be my next thing, which reminds me I need to make some more of those. I've had orders for those as well. Getting bogged down with orders. Have you got any questions you want to ask me? I'll wait and see if anybody types any in. In the meantime, look, I made notes. You're making me hungry, you lot are. Yeah, this is my craft room. I moved from a spare bedroom that was tiny. I mean, it was, you could stand in the middle and reach the walls. I mean, it's just joke calling it a spare bedroom, you know. Anyway, I moved from there into what is kind of like the second bedroom in the house. So I've got more space, but it just means I've gathered more junk. Daniel's ghost face. Fair enough. Hello, Yvonne. Yeah, honestly, my craft area is a wreck. What I've done is I've tidied the bit you can see. You're not alone. We're all the same. April will tell you. April and Coral and Gert. I think Gert's here as well still. Yeah, they all kind of saw the mess in my craft room the other day when I was on a live chat with them. Oh yeah, Pecan. I wish I knew. Other things I can't do. So I'm going to try soon. I made notes on post-it notes. Acrylic pouring. Never done acrylic pouring. Do you remember I bought that kit from the NEC when I went to make a central? And the dipping resin, which I have done that years ago. So I thought I need to get those done. Is it not April? Oh God, yours must be awful. Yeah, my whole house is, to be honest. It's full of craft stuff because it's. I mean, for example, a few days ago, I had, I think, something like 40 or 50 bags of EcoPore delivered, and they're all the big bags as well. This size, the 3 kilo ones, in boxes. So they're now all stacked around the Mini in the garage. Hi, Tracy. Oh, soggy mess from a hurricane. I feel for you, resonate. That's something I've never had to deal with, thankfully. Oh yeah, the other thing I've got in the pipeline, because beginners projects seem to be a bit of a thing at the moment. The feedback on my showing people how to use just resin dyes in resin as just like a simplest way to colour it, because I think it probably is, has gone down really rather well. Other than one idiotic person saying that you ought to stick your hand in front of a blowtorch to see how far away to hold your blowtorch. Let's not go there. Anyway, other than that, that video has gone down very well. So I'm going to do a whole load of beginners type stuff. And one of them is making trinket trays. You know, the little oval trinket tray molds. I'm just thought up what I'd do is about 7 or 8 different ideas. Yeah, quite April. So I've a few different ideas of how to make those trinket trays different ways that would be good for beginners, such as how to make them spotty, how to put washi tape in them, and all that sort of thing. I don't know, Michelle. I then got a load of abuse for disagreeing. Go figure. Anyway, just can't help some people, can you? Anyway, that's some of the things I've got going on. What about you lot? Have you got any fun stuff lined up? Oh yeah, be warned, Tim. I think that person's posting funny stuff on your videos as well. Not quite as mad as that though. So what have you lot got planned? What sort of projects are you all going to be working on soon? You want to tell me what you've all got planned? Preview. Preview? Yeah, Susie, it took a while for mine too. Halloween and Christmas things, lovely. Nice one, Julie, that sounds good. River tables. Tim, what you oh, you've made some geode molds, Tim. Nice one. I've been doing some geodes because I've got this for my 10K giveaways. Just for you online who sent me a geode kit to play with, so I've been doing a bit of that as well. That crystal porthole, I'm dying to see that. Funeral flowers, Michelle, that's brave. I refuse to do funeral flowers and ashes because what if it goes wrong? It's a big deal to be responsible for that. So good luck to you. I hope it goes well. Crystal coffins. Okay, April. Only you could be doing crystal coffins. Oh, the CO2 laser crashed. Uh, Work want you to do some coasters for the office. Oh, and ashes. I I'd be too frightened. Good luck with that. A table. I think to anybody doing tables, you're all really brave. Um, I have got a mould about big to do one at some point. I've just it's having the space, isn't it, for big things like that? Oh, the Leodia cutouts. Yeah, I've been having fun with my laser cutter doing stuff like zombie Barbies. April, I worry about you, dear. I really do. Yeah, I'm sure it is rewarding, break the mold. Because it's very special for people, isn't it? I'm just so frightened it'll go wrong. Send wedding flowers, things like that. Tumbler for granddaughter, river table, dioramas. Oh, posters of favourite football teams. What else have I missed? Uh, oh, clearing the junk. Yeah, yeah. I know that one, Susie. I'm trying to. I keep filling bin bags, but more stuff appears. What else have we got? Organised resin space in the garage. The garage is great because they do tend to be a little bit cooler than the house, I find. Theirs is just full of car and motorbike at the moment. Looks like you've got some cool stuff coming up. Oh, flowers, nightmare. Break the mold. I like working with flowers. It's just ones that are precious and you can't replace if it goes wrong. They're the ones that worry me. I did the course by Create and Bloom that they advertise on the Just For You online website a while ago, and I can dry flowers like a dream now. Honestly, it just worked so well. She takes you really through step by step, explaining the logic of why you're doing each thing and how it's then going to work, and then right through to putting how you put it into resin. And I can do anything with flowers now. It's fab. Photos, Susie. Yeah, I'd be okay with the photos. That's safer, isn't it? Painting to do. We've got from Tracey. Beach, seaside in resin. Uh, what else have I missed? Tim, 2 weeks going to meet your first grandson. Oh, congratulations, Tim. That's adorable. Drying flowers and pressing them is lovely, good fun. I like doing that with my the leaves off my bonsais as well, Michelle. They're great. Not done photos. They wouldn't be sealed though. Sometimes you can get away with not sealing photos. Excuse me. I've done some sealed and some not. It depends what they've been printed on, and what printer paper, what ink, and what type of printer, and all that sort of thing. It's worth printing out a few small, like little, tiny prints and sticking them in your resin and just seeing how they behave. But just sticking them through a laminator seems to be a popular one, or coating them in Mod Podge first. 2,000 miles. You know what, Tim? I sometimes forget how big America is. Jewellery to sell, lovely. Beach and sea themes, yeah, always nice to do. Big pour in the kitchen. Oh, fantastic. Blimey, how varied is all this? I'll tell you what else I was going to tell you all about. Those of you who've got YouTube channels, you know, we've just done a collaboration. Apparently, 50 videos is a record. I was having a chat with Claire earlier because, of course, it was originally her idea and brainchild, and I took over looking after it because she'd kind of done her time with it, and I was happy to because I felt I'd hugely benefited from that collaboration myself. So I'm kind of like passing it on, really, hoping that other people will benefit from it. But anyway, yes, I was chatting with Claire earlier, and she did say that 50 is more than she ever got in those collaborations. So those who took part in it, thank you so much. It's just awesome. Now, anybody who fancies getting involved in these collaborations, then yes, Claire is awesome, isn't she? She's a hard act for me to follow with this collaboration thing. But anybody who fancies getting their videos into these collaborations in future, just do look out for the announcement. I'll be putting a video out within the next couple of weeks to tell you about an extra one that we're doing in autumn. It will be the first weekend, so the 7th of September. It's a Saturday night. But I'll put out a video telling you how you can join in. So anybody's been a bit nervous about starting their YouTube channel and they're thinking, oh, where do I start? This could be a good opportunity for you because it kind of gets you really stuck in. If you join our little group as well, so you've got lots of other people to talk about, we all compare notes and say, what are you doing? What are you doing? When's yours going to be ready? Help, I'm stuck. How do I do this? And we will basically help each other so that we can get involved in that collaboration. Oh, thanks, Michelle. It'd be lovely to have you on board with it. The theme will be autumn, so you can go for it. Oh, bottle garden stuff. Yes, Tracy. I actually do terrariums as well as putting resin in bottles and things. Yeah, so I can definitely see the use for all that as well. Yeah, go for it, Smarty. How's about that then? Those of you who haven't started a channel yet and you've been kind of thinking, already, am I ready? Let me tell you a couple of things. One, you will never be ready, no matter how much prep you do and how much you put it off. Two, it doesn't matter if your first few videos are rubbish because probably hardly anybody will see it and nobody will care. And my first videos are still up and they're all right, I suppose, but they're still there. They're, whatever. Now, the benefit I found of starting, because they always say start before you're ready. You'll never be ready. But the benefit I found of actually just jumping in and doing it was that I started to learn and my videos started to get better because I could watch them back, I could get a bit of feedback and so on. Now, if you want that space to learn and people not see it much, just a few chosen people that you've told about it so you can get a little bit of feedback or whatever, or you'd rather nobody see it at first, then don't join in with a collaboration. Because the collaboration does get you quite a good number of views, which is a great way to kickstart it. So if you're happy to just jump in feet first, fabulous, join straight in with a collaboration. If you're a bit nervous about it and you'd rather have that space to make your videos and learn without anybody seeing it much, then wait till the next collaboration. Get your experience up. Some of you are concerned about, I remember my first 10 Adele. I think they were just all my mates. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else then. I forgot it. Oh, yes, that was it. Some of you were worried about your voices on camera. Now, mine's not great. People keep saying I sound Black Country. I can't actually remember having been to the Black Country hardly at all. Went to Dudley Zoo once. Anyway, this is North Worcestershire, this accent. But if you really, really, really don't like your voice, there are some very successful channels that don't have voices on. Do you know the Cray, if that's how you pronounce it, Krei art channel, and eJoy's Art Space? Masses of subscribers. All you've got is nice music and their hands close up doing beautiful little works. So you don't have to have your voice on there. The other thing people can do is use AI voices, which are getting better. I find them a little bit off-putting. Not that I've got a problem with AI. I use it a lot. I'm not surprised, Tim. Your voice sounds fantastic on the microphone. So there you go. If anybody needs some help, talk to Tim. Maybe he can give you some pointers. Yes, I know, but your speaking voice as well does, Tim. So yeah, eJoy stuff's brilliant, isn't it, Adele? Because her stuff is. If anybody hasn't seen eJoy, it's just as Adele's put it in chat. EJOY. All she does is make letters, keychains. That's it. And the amount of different ideas she can get into just these keychains is absolutely incredible. Adobe AI. Oh, you're a moderator on that, are you, Gareth? Blimey, you must be well into it then. Oh, we're all liking listening to Tim then. Yeah. He has got a great speaking voice. Some people have. But what I'm saying is, if you're not confident, why not do your first videos without your voice? And then maybe the next video, say a little bit and then see how it sounds. But I bet you'll find that people don't mind your voice as much as you mind your own. I can't sing. I don't think even Tim could teach me to sing. It sounds like a strangled cat. Singing, dancing, and playing darts and pool. Those are the things I think I can do when I'm drunk. And then I see a video the next day and realise I really can't. Right, was there anything else I was going to tell you about? Oh, yes. Anybody going to any craft fairs later this year in the UK? In case anybody wants to meet up, I'll a telephone voice. Very nice, Susie. Yeah, I will be going to what's the dates? The NEC again. Right, here we go. The 31st to the 3rd of November, it's the Creative Craft Show at the NEC, which is also combined with Simply Christmas. So it is massive. And unlike Makers Central, it really is the sort of crafts that I like. So there's paper crafts, needle crafts I'm not into, but there's paper crafts, there's needle crafts, diamond painting, resin, molds, laser cutting, all sorts of. And your poor ears, Tim. Is it expensive? No. Parking is expensive at the NEC. It always is. But the actual show tickets, was it about a tenner last year? It wasn't silly money. Makers Central is expensive. But the but this one, the craft fair, which combines with this massive Christmas event, is very cheap on the tickets. It's the parking that costs a lot, being the NEC. So yes, anybody who think they might go up to the NEC for the Creative Crafts and Simply Christmas show, I'll put an announcement out anyway, but let me know if you're going, because if a bunch of you are, we can sort of arrange somewhere to meet up and just have a, a bit of a chatter and a cup of tea or whatever. That would be really awesome. But it is absolutely amazing show. Makers Central, by comparison, I think you probably got a bit of the idea from the video I did on it. It's more, it's what I call man crafts. April, which one are you talking about? The one I'm going to. It is the 31st of October to the 3rd of November. Yeah, the Maker Central is what I call more blokey type crafts. You could tell pretty much the women were hugely outnumbered in the crowds there. So by that I mean, if you could use a chainsaw to do it, or a drone to do it, or it needed lots of welding and stuff, there was a lot of that sort of crafts there. Now, I know some of the ladies are well into that. I mean, there's wood turning and things going on. Wendy was right in there, I'd imagine. But that's the sort of crafts it was. It was the more, let's call it heavy duty stuff, and a lot of making drones and droids and things. But it is amazing as a YouTuber meetup. That's why people go. It's the one that because of who runs it, the YouTubers tend to converge there. So that's why I went. It was for the social, but I have to say it was a really good, fun event as well. And I love being followed around by an R2D2, and I really did buy a mini drone. But the Christmas crafts one, if you're the sort of person that's mostly into the stuff that we demo on aircraft channels like mine, or what else is out there? Yeah, so diamond painting, jewelry making, wire wrapping, the more smaller fiddly crafts. That's more what the Christmas crafts one is from. Oh, thanks, Paula. I like people binge watching. Oh, you'll get to, if you're binge watching my channel, you'll get to see the not so good older videos too. But there's some ideas amongst them anyway. Oh, Pecan, if you don't have a car, if you're in the UK, there's a train station actually at the NEC. The NEC, for anybody who doesn't know, is the National Exhibition Centre. It's one of the biggest venues in the country. Massive, massive halls. It's where they have things like the actual National Car Show and the Classic Car Show, the big motorbike show, the Gardener's World Show, things like that. It is absolutely huge. The Caravan and Camper Show, that's there. So it's massive, and it's right next to Birmingham Airport, Birmingham International Airport, and so yes, it has its own train station. Yeah, cross stitch. There you go. Cross stitch. They have. There was a lot of cross stitch stuff there last year. Oh, NEC free for blue badge holders. It might be the museum I work at is free for blue badge, blue Peter badge holders. Let's get that right. And the parking. Oh, you mean blue badge as in the disabled parking? Yes, I think they do something for that as well. I tend to pay extra and park in the priority parking, which is right by the flipping door. It's brilliant. It costs a lot to park there, in for a penny, in for a pound. So I think I might as well park right by the door. What I'm going to do this year, I think another crafter's going to meet up with me, Sally Ann, if anybody knows her, because she's got to go past my door to get to the events. So I figured if I'm going to pay for the parking anyway, she might as well jump in the car with me, and then she hasn't got to pay for parking too. Free travel credits. Oh, April, do it. It'd be so awesome to meet you. Blue badges, yeah. Susie, have a look on the website. If you pre-book tickets and pre-book parking, anything that goes on at the NEC, you will save some money anyway. That it's discounted if you book in advance. So if you look at the book parking, it should tell you whether the blue badges get you free parking. I wouldn't be at all surprised. I hope so. And if they do, I know where they are. They're right next to this priority parking that costs me 50 quid a day. So it's a cracking spot. Can't send messages on Discord. Any idea why? No, Louise, I don't. I must admit, I'm not a Discord expert. I can't think of any reason you wouldn't be able to. Are you in a? Are you, yeah. In the, oh yes, Coventry's only down the road from the NEC as well. That makes a lot of sense. Sorry, I don't know about if you can't send messages on Discord. Is it because your accounts haven't been verified yet? Am I going on all days? I don't know. I might do. It kind of depends. Last year I hung out with Beck Makes. Now, if she needs a hand on her stand, or if Just for You Online UK decide to have a stand up there, then I probably will, because I can hang out with them and make myself useful the entire time as well. But I don't know, Carla. Which group is this, Carla? So you can only send people to people you're mess. You can only send messages to people you're friends with. Depends what permissions you've got set, I think, because I got a message from someone earlier who wasn't my friend. I had to accept it. Yes, I will break the mold, definitely. What I'll do is I'll put an announcement out on my thingy, community tab. That's the word I'm looking for, on the community tab, and I might even make a little video or something in case people miss what's on the community tab. If you have a mutual friend. My Discord, Carla. Which one? The one for, is it the one for people with the YouTube channels? The Crafty YouTubers United, the one I put the link on for earlier? Because if so, it could just be that I've got to go in and release something. I don't know. I'll have a look and see if there's anything I've got to tick to let people in. But yes, does it book up quick? Yes, but it would take tens of thousands each day to fill up. Honestly, it's that big. I would imagine the day I went last year, there would probably have been 20 or 30,000 people through the door. Honestly, it just is that big. So I very seriously doubt it will sell out, no matter how popular it is. I don't know, Carla. Let's have a look. Do I have to approve something? I don't usually. Oh, Tim's in. So I'm just looking. Tim just got straight in, I think. Tim, Louise, I can see you. I've just waved to say hi. And Carla. Crikey. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it has to wait to verify you or something. Uh, Sorry, I'm just replying to something. Oh, look, I've got sucked in. I'm replying to things. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ah, right. Okay. Is it because I need to? Louise is managing to comment. Gareth, hi, he's in there. Right. I wonder if it's because I need to go in and say hello to them and then it automatically lets you in. Yeah, that makes sense. What Resonate just said. Um, John, I was not strange. Well, a bit strange. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, what John J. Dubber there is referring to is that he ended up hanging out with me all one of the days at Maker Central because both of us were a bit like fish out of water, and so we just hung out for the day, and it was really good. So yes, I had to be on there to say hello, and then people are in. Yeah, okay. I've just been through and ticked them all anyway, and just said hello on them all. So I think you probably are all in now. But yeah, that could be it. That could be it, couldn't it? Okay. Is there anything else I was going to tell you all about exciting stuff? Look, I got my post-it notes. Oh yeah, there's something I wondered if you might be interested in. Um, this might be only of interest to people who've got YouTube channels, but I've had a lot of questions lately about how I get affiliate deals, how I choose which firms to affiliate to, and then how I work with them. I'd be really happy to do a video on that if you want. I think it'll probably sit better on one of my other channels though, the Tracey Lippett Life of an Older YouTuber channel, which I'm only just getting started. But if that's don't know, Jade Coyote. Hang on. I don't know. Look, I'll go through all the people who've applied to join later, and I'll try and sort you out. Just drop me a line if not. But yes, for those of you who've got YouTube channels, I would be happy to do that video. I'm not an expert, but I can tell you what I do, because I do, and I'm generating quite a good income out of affiliate deals already at only, well, when I last looked, 9,900 subscribers. And some of those affiliate deals have been going since I got a hell of a lot less subscribers than that. The other thing I've been asked about, and people keep asking me about the music, but using AI with crafts and with making videos. Again, absolutely not an expert. I believe we do have an expert in the group here. But I use Midjourney to do some bits of artwork, and I use Suno, Suno, to make the songs that you'll hear. Because I stopped using Epidemic Sounds, and I decided to do that instead. You'd like a mold of that pyramid. Which pyramid, Susie? Okay, Carla. Yeah, I'll do a video on that at some point then. Which pyramid are you talking about, Susie? This one. It was just off eBay or Amazon or something. It was cheap. It's just a cheap mold. I just searched pyramid mold. Do multiple channels with 100 subscribers. BB Craft. Bigger ones like Let's Resin. I think I was at about 4 or 5,000 when I got Let's Resin on board. They send me molds. Into Resin as well. Boo and Nicole as well. No, Tim, I haven't heard him. I just do my own, I'm afraid. Okay, Tracy, see you then. Right, it's okay, Coral. So there's the patterns on the sides. Oh, you mean Susie? You mean my gold one? Yes, I can make those to order. I'll list it in my store soon. Just remind me, will you? I haven't forgotten the bubble thing as well. Go for it, John. You can do it. Yeah, it's all a slot, John. I'm probably 3 of those. Is there anything else you'd like me to make some videos on? It doesn't necessarily have to be resin, it can be other things. And if it doesn't sit on this channel, I'm quite happy to pop it on other channels, onto my other channels. See you then, Break the Mold. Thanks for dropping in. We'll call this a day on this in a few minutes anyway. Just trying to make up for the bit we lost at the start. Okay, safe journey, April. Yeah, you always start with your family being your first subscribers and a few random people you don't know that come from nowhere. And you still don't know who they are today. Yes, that's also true, Rad City. Absolutely. On YouTube, there is a whole library of sound effects and songs that you can use. I started making my own because I was having fun making them, to be perfectly honest. And also then you're not going to have something that other people are using. But yes, there is quite a library and they're actually pretty good. So when you're just getting started out, by all means, use those. I have just opened up access to a folder that I have on Google Drive for the members of the Crafty YouTubers group. So that I'm stashing some of the stuff that I make in there as well, so they can grab some of that if they want. Just do a bit of sharing. Yeah, Rad City, it's try Suno, S-U-N-O. Just search that. It's an AI music making thing. It's like most AI, you just tell it what you want and it'll churn out a couple of songs, usually about a minute and a half long, although you can extend them. And you can use it a certain amount. You can actually use it a certain amount for free. Editing a video, Smarty. I'm still very much learning. Can I recommend a channel that I'm finding the best for video editing? And that is Trevor Jones. I've actually paid for his course as well, which was absolutely superb. So I'm getting better at it. I mean, I can show you what I do, but you'll probably got a lot more value by just watching Trevor Jones's channel, the videos he puts on there, completely free, obviously. Like I said, I treated myself to his course, which was brilliant as well. You do, Sarah, thanks. I've had people complain about them and say they're really annoying, but thankfully only 1 or 2. So I just say, okay, if you don't like it, fine. You don't have to. Oh, nice one, Rad. That's a good positive message. Yes, Resonate. There is a load of usable music that you can use, the uncopyrighted music. You still have to be careful though, because YouTube doesn't always recognize that it's uncopyrighted. A lot of the music that comes with the video editing software that we have, whether it's iMovie or CapCut or Premiere Pro or whatever, it says it's copyright free, and YouTube still doesn't like it. So you do have to be a bit careful. I've had to remove a couple of songs that came allegedly copyright free with iMovie because it demonetized. It just, all that happens is it just demonetizes that video, which wasn't a problem until I monetized, of course. So I figured, you know what, make my own. Also, I've got a paid version of Suno, so I do own the exclusive rights to it. So if anybody wants to use my music, they can, because I own the rights to it and I can give them permission to do that, as long as they don't go sharing it around everybody else, because that wouldn't be on, would it really? But if I'm happy to share it with my friends. And it does mean that Suno can't use it for anything else, and nobody else can either. It actually is mine. Whereas if you use Suno to make your own music on the free version, Suno actually owns the rights to it, which means that other people could grab it and be using it as well. But that's up to you. I wanted to use it so much because I use it for so many other things too, that I did the paid version, and it's not that much, to be honest. What else we got in chat here? Have I made a pond with a waterfall and fish in miniature? Because yes, Peak and Baby, do have a look on. I've got a playlist for model railway scenery, and I've got a few using little tiny fish because I make little tiny fish and sell them, little koi and things like that. So have a look in my model railway scenery list and just search fish. They'll pop up. There's some in the resin creations. It's very much my background, making dioramas and model railway scenery and little tiny fish. It's what I've been doing for probably 15 years, but I probably did it a long time before that. Well, I did when I was a kid. So I used to help my dad with his trains when I was a kid. Okay, Lucy, see you then. Do you film with a phone, edit on a computer? Absolutely edit on a computer. I cannot edit on a phone. It's too fiddly, it's too awkward, it's too restrictive. And also I want to be able to upload different video clips and different files, and I'm increasingly using clips from 2 different cameras and trying to get different angles so you get a better view. I've got my old phone and my new phone, and now I've got, do you want to see me? I'll do a video on this. This really was a treat. I've got a DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Watch this. Woohoo! Now it's looking at me. Built-in gimbal and everything. This cost me a lot of money. I treated myself. But that's going to be more for my out and about filming. That's what I was hoping I'd be able to use as an extra camera today, but I didn't want to talk to the laptop. But yes, I just upload it all onto my laptop and I edit it on there because I've got a nice big screen. I can see the timeline. I can do all the editing. I can use the AI edit to just lock all the big chunks out and tidy it up first. Then I can go in and actually edit properly, do all the zooming in, zooming out, recentering things. I can remove background noise. I can enhance my voice. I can sharpen the picture up and all that sort of thing. That would be as fiddly as hell on one of these. My old phone would have been worse. It was a mini, an iPhone 13 mini. But they're both 4K videos, so they record beautifully. This is a 15 Pro. But even if I record with the little Osmo, I again just whop it all over onto the laptop. It's a lot easier. Clipchamp favourite editing program? Yes, that's a decent one as well, Coral. Definitely. Yeah, CapCut have their own channel too, and in fact, because CapCut is so ridiculously popular, they have a huge amount of videos out there on how to edit using CapCut. However, as I said, Trevor Jones is by far the best I've found, just because he explains it in plain English, and he's an ex-Hollywood movie editor, so and he's a laugh. So he's my preferred one. But keep looking; you'll find one that you click with for whichever software you use. Need to record and edit on your Android? Yes, it would me as well, Adele. A good Android, a modern one, should be as easy to use as an iPhone. My iPhone is, say, it's an iPhone 15 Pro. It's brand new. Still won't edit on it, nor on my iPad. The screen's too small. You can't. And also, I've got loads of clips and things that I want to add, and I can't do that on my phone because they're all saved on my laptop. But Resin 8, it still did when I always linked where I got it from, and it sometimes still did. It's infuriating because oh no, shouldn't I know? You're right. That's why I make my own. Yeah, Kevin MacLeod has a load of royalty-free music, as does Nick Nimmin. His this is all completely free to you can. It's all free to download. He's just trying to help out. So look up Nick Nimmin as well. He's put it on there. Rad City. No, I won't be using it. Rad, I produce my own, so You should always credit anybody for anything, absolutely. That's a good point, though. If any of you are making videos, always credit anybody who, even if someone don't want you to, just do it anyway. Credit anybody whose work has inspired you, and anything that you use in terms of music or graphics or anything that you've got from anywhere else. You know, think how you would feel if it was your stuff that was being used. Yes, great. If it's with you, you would hope it's with your permission, or it's you know, stuff that's got those permissions with you that you've put out there. But do try to give credit always, because it's just a fair thing to do, isn't it? Louise, yes. I didn't even have the ring light and the tripod when I started. I just had a phone and a load of rubber bands, really, and the light in my kitchen. And the rubber bands and some tape held my phone to the front of the kitchen units. So yes, I still only, I mean, some of my videos are done with my iPad as well. When I first started filming from two angles, I've got one phone and the iPad. So the iPad is actually, it's an iPad mini at that. It's a few years old. That's what the second camera was. So yeah, I think Claire still films with her phone, and Daniel, by the way. They just film with their phones. Bit of basic kit I did get quite early on was some top-down filming kit. Is it here? Don't know what I've done with it. It was about £30 and it was from Hobbycraft in the UK. And you've got a ring light, you've got a grippy thingy to hold your phone in the middle of it, and that's kind of all you need. It's got a nice big base so it doesn't fall, and that's all you need. I did find, because the sound on the phones is quite good, I did find quite quickly that I needed a microphone separately, so to plug into my phone so it would be even better sound. Again, that was only about 30 quid. There is a video on what I used a few months ago on my channel. I did a quick look around in my filming kit. It's so basic. I mean, my lighting's all old desk lights mostly. I've got some ring lights as well. It's just a case of experimenting, and obviously I've upgraded a bit since. I have got a new webcam, the Osmo, and a few other bits and pieces that I've got since. Not that I can get any of them to work together, as you've noticed. But hey, but yeah, your basic starter kit is a phone and something to, some way of holding it. That's all for crafts. Top-down filming is really easy to do with crafts. Editing keeps you from doing it. Oh, okay. Shalom, hi. My editing of my early videos, there wasn't any. I just uploaded it. I just uploaded it. I didn't edit it, so don't worry about it. Oh no, April. Yes, have a cocktail. Editing, don't let it terrify you. Just start with the basics. The first thing to learn to do is how to just cut out the boring bits and the silences. Just do that, and you're done. You'll learn more as you go along, and you only learn by getting stuck in and doing it. I'm still very much learning, and every time I edit, I find a new little trick, you know. But what I'm finding is happening is in the Discord group that we've got for the YouTubers, people are sharing ideas and saying, "Oh, have you tried pressing this?" And that sort of thing's helpful. Android tablet, yeah, you can do it with an Android tablet, Peak, and it'll be trickier, and your editing might have to be a bit more basic because you just because it's fiddlier on a smaller screen or without a mouse and things. But yeah, you can do it, not a problem. What did it do? From your phone to your desktop, you plug a cable in. So you take your lightning, whatever phone you've got that you'd normally plug into the mains, it's probably got a USB on the other end of it. Plug it into your laptop. Then if you go into your file explorer, you should find that it's come up as an extra drive. So it'll be like a D drive or an E drive or something. And you can just search it like you would if you were searching any other folder on your laptop. What I tend to do, just because I find it a bit easier, is I use WeTransfer, because I don't have to plug it in. I just hit transfer and it'll just and send it across. Takes a while. It can take about an hour to transfer. That works as well. But that, yes, that's a good question, Adele, because that took me ages to work out how to do it. Give me a shout if you get stuck with that. Because once you know how, it's actually really straightforward. But it baffled the hell out of me at first. bucket of gin. That sounds like a good idea. U-cut is easy as well. Yeah, there's a whole load of really, really straightforward editing software out there. Paula, oh, you're just starting out with resin. Well, welcome to the world of resin, and those are the perfect things to get started out with. They really are. Apple iPad, that's what mine is. Yeah, you can use that, Susie. You can, yes, good point. Rad City says you could upload it to a Google Drive on your phone, and then you can just swipe it back onto your computer when you sign in on your computer. So you're lobbing it on the cloud basically, and then dragging it back when you want it. That works too. That's a good tip. Right, Pecan, steal his iPad if he's not using it. Susie, yeah, a lot of us are. You kind of learn by getting stuck in and having a go, and then when you find something you can't do, you end up looking on YouTube for it. Samsung phones are usually good, Adele. MacBook Pro, that's a decent bit of kit. Yeah. Android is large and last year's version. Doesn't matter, I'm still using my iPhone 13. That's a few years old now. Large is good. That's why I've gone for a full size one rather than a mini this time. You can see a lot better what you're doing on a bigger screen. Old phones are great, Gareth, aren't they? I mean, I'm still filming with my 13, even though I've got the 15 Pro now as well. And Mark's phone, even my mum's phone. Yeah, why not? Touchscreen laptops, they're great. Da, 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 da. Can you put all these names and tips together? Yeah, Louise, we just ask. Oh, look, this is perfect. Look, this is service. Thank you. Carlsberg. Woo. Louise, yes. I tend to do a tips. We've got a excuse me, got a tips thread in the group. So we all tend to put things in it saying, "Oh, I'm using this. By the way, I'm finding it good," and you gradually get to know. And my memory's rubbish too. But you gradually get to know. Oh, so and so uses that. I can ask them. You know. Sarah, a teen, will probably do it a damn sight better than you or me. Honestly, youngsters are so good with technology. Just point her in the right direction, stick her in front of a couple of tutorials, and she'll go. You know, there's many a time I've got stuck and I've really needed a teenager to ask. But yes, Louise, remind me when you're in the group if there's any particular bits you wanted me to put into that list. I will do for you. Yes, never perfect. That's why I started doing mine too. I was using Epidemic Sounds for a while. That was fine, but it costs money, of course. See, Michelle uses just a phone too. Gareth, iPad Mini. Yep. Yes, I use mine as a sketch pad too. It's a little one. It is super fun, yes. Wireless mics, iPad, just it's all right. This chat is coming through in chunks. Oh yeah, thumbs up button those of you who are watching this on YouTube. Would be awesome. $19. Oh, he'll be a total whiz. He'll find it easy and just look at you as if you're an idiot, Mum. That's what they do, youngsters. I won't believe that you don't get it. Copywriting is a juicy one, total nightmare. Yeah. Where are we? Oh yes, there's a good tip. Voiceovers. I don't very often do voiceovers. I usually do it live. But yes, muting background noise, and well, you can remove it in your editing software anyway. Just hit the reduce noise button. Thumbnails and outro and intro to start with. Right, top tip for you both: ditch the intros for you all. People decide. You can see it in your statistics, in your analytics. People decide whether they're going to watch your video in the first few seconds. They don't want to see an intro. I'm not very good at this myself, but they want you to go, right, we're going to do this. Thumbnails, I've got the idea for the thumbnail in my head usually. I tend to use a screenshot. Tip for the thumbnails as well, don't show the finished product usually. There are some exceptions to that, but the finished product, Claire told me, and this is why she doesn't do intros, is that the minute she changed to just a picture of the mold she was going to be using or the product or whatever was the interesting thing and her hands, her click-through rate went up a lot. Outros, I tend to put an outro on because a lot of my videos are premieres and you need time to for everybody to go bye, thanks, and all that nice stuff at the end. So I do put an outro on mine, but I completely got rid of the intros off all of mine, and it did make a difference. You've got to get to the point within the first few seconds, otherwise people just switch off. But what are the tips we got in here? Oh, he's autistic. Great with the tablet. Okay, Pecan. He's great with the tablet. Honestly, he will take to editing like it, no problem. Mavani, there's another good editing program. Thanks, April. You can get keyboards for tablets. Yes, I've got one for my iPad. I see. Oh, somebody said hi, Mark. Jenna says cheers. Cheers, Jenna in Denmark. Thanks for sending us your beer. Yes, I bet it does, Gareth. If you're well techie, it will do. Mission control. Yes, I can imagine. Here you go, Susie. You know, sometimes you just keeping it simple. Yeah, I'm cell phone then on the iPhone 13s are very, very good. Susie, if you can upload to Facebook, you can upload to YouTube. It's really, you just hit upload video, drag and drop it in, and then it'll just then take you to a screen where you just fill in the blanks. It really is straightforward. Obviously, you get better at what you put in those blanks and what things you link up and things as time goes on. But in terms of just uploading, yeah, you just pick the file and load it, and it just does it. And then you just fill in the blanks. You'd be surprised when you first have a go. Oh, but sorry, I'm just looking through all the comments still. I've got a video went live half an hour ago. Lots of sparkly stuff. I probably ought to go and check on it. Hi, other Susie. You are, but never mind. It's okay. I didn't think we'd still be going, actually. Carpal tunnel here. Yes. See, I'm not a fan of these stirring things. I've got several now. I'm not a fan of them because I actually like stirring. But for those of you who've got carpal tunnel, like Jackie there, or any sort of arthritis problems, things like that, I bet that's a real godsend. Night night resonate. I don't know. Checking your flowers. Okay, Michelle. You have to keep poking them, don't you? Oh, Susie, your son's on YouTube. He does games though. If he's doing gaming videos and things, then it's exactly the same process. So he'd be able to show you how to upload. Bubbles from your resin. Yes. There's a few things to say about that, and I keep meaning to do a video on it. First of all, some resin has bubbles in more than others. The one I use, I can quite happily stir it like a maniac and fill it with bubbles, and they will just dissipate on their own. That pyramid I showed you earlier, there's a few bubbles actually stuck to the crystal, but you can see the resin itself absolutely crystal clear, and that was just poured, and the bubbles just left, except for the few that were actually stuck to the little crystal in the middle, so I didn't bother about that. So the resin you use makes a big difference. Some resins are just more bubbly than others. There is a double mixer, yes, Pecan. I've seen somebody demonstrating that, and I can't remember who. If you've got bubbles in your resin and you want to make absolutely sure that you get rid of them, then use something like a vacuum chamber or a pressure pot. Now, I've never used a pressure pot, but I know Wendy at Toonfish uses them. Yes, warming the resin helps as well. That does, because it makes it runnier, so the bubbles release easier. I use a resin as airless, which is a little miniature vacuum chamber. They do a cheaper version now as well, a more basic one. Yes, it was, Julie. It's Apex High Gloss. If anybody's not seen Apex High Gloss, this is it. And I've got a 15% discount for you. And it comes with pumps. Look, you can get pumps for it too. Very good. So yes, so I can put like a little cup of the resin in my resin as airless before I then pour it. That makes a huge difference. Once it's in the pot, in your mold, if you've got a pressure pot, you can actually put the resin in the mold in the pressure pot. It squashes it and compresses the bubbles. The vacuum chamber, like the resin is airless, it sucks the bubbles out and it all froths up. It's quite exciting to watch, actually. I love it. But obviously that means you can't really put it in its mold or a full pot in your resin as airless because it'll go and come frothing out the top. I think it is, Michelle, too. I agree. In fact, it's Michelle, it's your fault I started using that stuff. Remember seeing you use it originally. See you then, Tim. Take care. I think we're probably all going to need shortly. Then once you've got, if you've got bubbles actually in, once you've got your piece in your mold and you've got bubbles starting to come to the surface, you can spritz it with alcohol. Though don't do that with the handmade molds from Into Resin. They specifically say don't use alcohol on them. But that works. The long-handled lighters, hang on. These are probably the safest. This one, probably dead one. Yeah. Just run that just above the surface and that'll draw the bubbles out. That's really, you know, as long as you don't stick your hand under it, that's probably quite safe to do and it's unlikely to wreck the mold. The one like I have, which some Burke told me I should stick my hand under, is this. You can solder with this. It goes up to 2,500 degrees. This will get bubbles out as well. No alcohol on the top coat? I do. No problem. Just don't get your flame near that once you've got alcohol on the surface of your, or alcohol inks or anything like that on the surface of your your resin. Don't get a flame near it because obviously it'll just go up in flames. Yes, Tea Expert's meant to be pretty good. The Art Studio resin from the range, that's meant to be pretty good too. They do vary, but yeah, this, what I do when to get bubbles out with this is I don't do that. I just hover about 6 inches above the mold and do that. And my flame is set to about 1 to 2 inches. So you just do that. One click, bubbles gone. Not long nose lighters are probably the most popular and probably you're not going to burn your house down as easily. That's a long neck lighter, long nose lighter, whichever you want to call it. Pecan, I wouldn't say that's stupid. I think the machines are amazing. If you can afford them, then I'm certainly getting my money's worth out of mine. I only need it if I'm doing like a really deep pour, like a big pyramid or a big sphere. Then I just use it to be on the safe side. So I don't use it that often, but when I do, it's utterly brilliant. So yeah, please don't think you've wasted money on one of those. Have we got any more questions for me? Because we've been going for like an hour and a half here, and I'm still having fun, especially now my beer's turned up. But I know some of you have already had to leave, and oh, hi, Michelle. And then there's people just arriving as well. I'm quite, you know me, I'm quite happy to sit and talk nonsense for another half an hour, but it's up to you lot. I'm surprised we're still here, Michelle. People have been asking really good questions. We've been having a good conversation once I eventually got everything working. I'm a bit like that, Pecan. I collect stuff and stationery. That's another thing. Stationery. Okay, take care then, Louise. I'll see you over in the Discord channel. So, Anything else you want to talk about? Need new UV lights is the one used for. Okay, is it too powerful for resin? Ah, yes. Gareth, try. You know, if I was only going to buy, say, 2 UV lights, these would be my best recommendations. First one, this is really tatty now because I've had it for years, but this was cheap from Amazon. And you can clamp it on the edge of your desk, point that. Is it plugged in? Yeah, that is powerful. And it means your hands are free to do whatever you're doing underneath. I think it was about 10 or 15 quid. It's cheap. And this has been brilliant. So that's a good one. And the other one I would say, if you're only going to buy one, is one of these because it's double-sided. Sure, you've seen these before. Don't forget, I've got discount codes for not for the first light, but for this, I've got a discount code you can grab. Dear Coral, it's just so good. Now, the thing is, you can cure both sides of your ultraviolet at once because you just put it on this thing and you slide it in. You turn it on, and the top and the bottom both light up, so you're away. But also, you can use it as 2 halves. So suddenly, you have got 2 lamps. So if I was only going to buy one lamp, I think it would be this one. If I was going to treat myself to a second one, it would be, oops, get it the right way around. If I was going to treat myself to a second one, it would definitely be that little cheap clip on the side of your desk one because it's a hands-free. Oh, I've left it on. It's because it's hands-free. But I do tend, I'll collect them. Oh, the mini Let's resin lamps. They're really good if you're doing small stuff like jewellery. Hang on. I told you I collected them, didn't I? Bring close up, scary. This one. That's brilliant. Cheap as chips as well. The sun ones, they're the ones that nail artists use. They are good. Just be careful with one of those that you've got a mirror underneath. I have on occasions used mirrors underneath. It is a good trick because you get the UV throw back up as well. Just watch your eyes. Yeah, the Beast, I've looked that up. It's you know what you're saying about them being too powerful and the resin bubbling. Daniel, I don't know whether Daniel ever has it on full blast. It is incredibly powerful. I looked it up, 100 odd quid or something. And I thought, I'm not sure I need that. It does look amazing. Yeah, I don't know what wattage these go up to, but it's nothing like that. I have got some big commercial ones that they use for 3D printing and stuff like that, about that big. I used to have one on a gantry over my desk, and that was great if I was having a massive load of stuff going all at once. Yeah, if you've got some proper polarized sunglasses, it's not a bad idea. Or you know, when you go to the dentist and if they're doing stuff that they need to cure with UV, they have what looks like a table tennis bat, but it's orange, clear orange perspex. That's a good way of protecting your eyes as well. Pecan, I think we all need help, don't we? Yes, Adele, that lamp does look pretty. It's very, very expensive, but it does look pretty impressive, I have to say. I've got that many blinking lamps, I just really can't justify getting one, to be honest. But it does look impressive. Right. Okay, Michelle. It's great to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Has anybody got anything else you want to ask about while we're here? Because if not, we've been going for nearly 2 hours. And yeah, I've just released a video at 9 o'clock, so I probably ought to go and see what's going on with that as well. Any more questions, or shall we call it a day at that? Before my beer gets warm. Wonder wipes. What do you want to know about Wonder wipes, Susie? I really ought to be on commission for those, hadn't I? Manufacturers don't know I exist. Beacon. Susie, what did you want to know about the Wonder wipes? Oh, where to get them? There's always a link down. I think there's always a link still down in my video description. If not, I'll put it back on. Amazon. Just search Wonder wipes on Amazon, but I'll find you a link. And if it's not already, let me have a look. Is it already in my videos? Hang on one. Can't think in a moment. YouTube Studio. Just think about it. Hang on a minute. Wonder wipes. Oh no, I seem to have taken them off my list. Hang on. Yeah, Susie, I will put the link out on my community tab for you. Yeah, I buy them in big buckets. Here they are. I get through one of these a month. That's it. And I've recently discovered they do a spray as well. Because it's in a sealed bucket, you're meant to pull it out through the top, but I'm rubbish at that. But yes, I'll put the link for it. I'll start putting the link back in my videos because a couple of people have asked about that. But I will also pop a link out on my community tab as well. Oh, nice one, April. Safe journey then. So what else do you want to ask? Anything? Water wipes. Yes, I've heard of water wipes. They haven't got any chemicals in, have they? So they're safe for your molds. Wonder wipes seem fine as well. I don't know what's in them. I haven't read the box. Normally I do. They're very good. But water wipes are nice and safe for your molds and things. Oh, okay, April. I'll look out for your text. Is that it, folks? Anything else to ask about? If not, this has been 2 hours. Never dreamt we'd be going this long. Yeah, Pecan, I've got this craft room, but I'm also using the hallway, the stairs, the landing. There's things all the way up the stairs. My main bedroom, the dining room, the kitchen, the lounge. You can't get to Fudgy's page at the moment. Don't know, Susie. I don't know. I mean, Wonder wipes are a bit more chemically. They're the sort of thing that painters use for, and your tradesmen use for cleaning up. So water wipes, I don't know, but they'd probably be pretty good for. I know they're good for cleaning molds. Yeah, Fudge has to peer over a pile of junk to talk to me. Had a bit of a laugh, actually. I can't use baby wipes, and they're really not good for your molds. They're fine for cups and stirrers, but I can't use them. They just make me want to heave, unfortunately. What other crafts do I do, Paula? I've got a cricket machine. I've now got a so I do stuff with that. I've got a laser engraver and cutters I'm learning to use. I used to do a lot of paper crafts. At the moment, really, it's mostly resin, obviously, and also I'm doing a lot of Susie. Alcohol spray is fine, just don't use it on handmade molds. does work well on cheap molds that you don't mind if it damages in the long run. What was I going to say? Yes, I don't know whether you call it a craft or not. I think it is, but I make terrariums and do aquascaping in little nano fish tanks. If anybody wants to see any of that and the funny little creatures that live in them, then the channel is called Tracey's Random Stuff. That and a lot of my car stuff and all sorts of junk on there, really. Yeah, we ought to start up a swapping molds network, haven't we? No reason why we shouldn't. She is, I can see her. There's good. Have we finished, folks? Is there anything else you want to ask? Because it's like we're heading for 2 hours, which is just insane. I didn't think we'd have anything to talk about. Or shall we say goodbye? I'm thinking the latter. God, these crystals have grown while we've been talking. Look. Ooh. Scary, isn't it? Oh, they're great at Christmas, though, aren't they, Gareth? So what I use my Cricut for making labels for things, and like the vinyl to stick onto resin. Can you make blanks and then mold it? Blanks of you've lost me a bit there, Susie. Can you explain a bit better? Punch needle? No, I haven't, Michelle. Bye night, pecan. The thing I've been using my Cricut for is I'm a bit obsessed with stationery. So whilst I've got an iPad with all the planner and everything in it, you know, and I love my gadgets, I've got my Apple Pencil and all that sort of thing. Then I like to design the dividers in pretty colours and papers and things. Yeah, I've done T-shirts as well. Birthday cards are great for. Like a resin square, and then make. So, Susie, what you meaning? You make an original and then make a mold from it? Yeah, that's how most molds are made. I think that's how I did that frog earlier. That was actually from a resin one rather than from because the original Kermit it's just he's too mucky. He's past it. So that was made from. I don't know where it's gone now, but that was from a mold. That was from an original I'd made with resin and then made a mold from it. So that's what you meant. Okay, Pecan, just drop me a line. Yeah, resin shapes. I mean, yeah, they're ideal for if you've got a resin shape or a little thing. I mean, I do a lot of all 3D printing. That'd be fun to do. Yeah, lots of little things like little ornaments and stuff. I mean, you've probably seen me make molds from this guy. That's actually ceramic, that is. This thing I'm going to do a mold from soon. Somebody made me that out of I don't know what actually. Fimo, I think. Plastic Ghost. I've been making molds from him. So yeah, you can make your original and then take molds from it, no problem. All right, I got you right there then, Susie. That's good. Mold making is such fun. This one I'm hoping to demold tonight. This one I've got on the table here, this huge thing. There's a rock in there, big piece of dragonstone, and I'm hoping that the amount of silicon release spray I put in between the top and the bottom, so I've got like a top and a bottom 2-part mold. Never tried that before. Oh, incidentally, people were asking about these half-size pieces. If you've got these mold making frames, you want these half-size pieces. I've got a new stash of these in, new stock in my store. So I've got plenty of those ready to go if you need any. Just have a look in my store and I can get them out to you pretty quickly. See, 3D printers, once you've got a piece made with your 3D printer, you can take molds from that as well. So I think a lot of molds are made by an original, a 3D printed original from a design, and then when they make the molds to sell. I've actually been cutting things with my laser cutter that I'm going to make molds out of as well. Two resin. Oh, blimey me. Oh, Jedrek. He's awesome. Jedrek's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, you can make. Yes, he does. A lot of people do. Nick Zametti does as well, and Claire make like just a frame. You can make it out of bits of wood or plastic of any sort, rather than using these fancy frame molds. I mean, you can make molds in a. Wait, did you see earlier? I made this mold. I made this earlier today in a paper cup. Anything that'll hold it. Margarine tubs as well. I quite like things that it doesn't matter about, that you can demolish to get the mold out. So paper cups are ideal. But these frames are good as well for anything you, because otherwise you spend the whole day looking for the pot that's the right size to put your thing in. Bungalow. I'm looking forward to having a bungalow one day. Paper and card that you can glue down. Yeah, you can. There's all sorts of things you can use to make a frame. The only thing you mustn't use, air drying clay is good as well. The only thing you mustn't use is plasticine, because plasticine makes the silicon react all weird, and the silicon just won't cure. But I think other than plasticine, I think that's about the only thing I found you can't use. Anything you can build a wall with, basically. Yeah, I'm a bit like that, Jackie. I've had to narrow it down. A lot of my papercraft stuff I've just given to charity recently. It was just ridiculous. Yeah, I think it is some sort of oil in it. You're right, Susie. Yeah. Anyway, shall we call it a day? Because it really is getting close on 2 hours now, which is just mad. Thank you ever so much, everyone, for being here and for all your questions and for chatting and for putting up with me having all these bloody technical issues. The annoying thing is this all worked earlier. So we'll have another go for next time, see if we can get it all working. Because if it works, I'll be able to get another camera going and we'll be able to, do stuff. Cuppa. I'm halfway down this can, actually. It's quite good. So I'll see you all if I do it again. Oh, Jackie, when I end up with a bungalow, it'll be my mum's, and it's big. It's really big. I'm looking forward to that. My old bedroom will be the most awesome craft room. I think you could park 2 cars in it end to end. That'll be great. But I'd rather keep my mum for a bit longer instead. Night night all then. I'll see some of you back in the Discord chat. And oh yes, my video went out at 9 o'clock. It's a really simple, fun one, very sparkly. I better go and see how that's going. But if you want to have a look, as if you haven't had enough sparkle from me lately, some more sparkle. Right, good night everyone. Thanks ever so much for being with me. We'll do this again sometime. Take care all. Bye.